Hey Gemini, it's April the Organic Alchemist. I'm gonna get comfy here with your monthly new moon manifestation and abundance reading. So guys, if you do like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of it, please hit that subscribe button. Also, I love to hear your comments. I am just starting out, so I definitely want to hear what you guys like, what you guys would like to see more of. And finally, if you do feel drawn to leave a tip, donation, or other form of love offering or blessing, the information to do that is below in the description box. All right, Gemini, so let's get started with your theme for this new moon. Ooh, first light. So the beginning of a new cycle. So this new moon is beginning a new cycle for you. All right, Gemini. So where are our Geminis on their path, Spirit? Where are they on the map? If we were to locate them on a map, where would they be, Spirit? Where are our Geminis on the map? On their spiritual journey and with their manifestations. Let's see. All right, there we go. Ooh, goblins. So I feel like there's something that's like haunting you, or that you're nervous about, that is kind of imaginary. That's what I'm feeling, is that it's something that, like, you're ready to begin this new cycle, but there is some unrealistic fear or concern that you're having around this. So Spirit, how is this energy manifesting into the experiences of our Geminis? How is this energy manifesting into our Gemini's experience, Spirit? Let's see, one more for our Geminis. All right, so there have been some hostilities. There's some sort of conflict going on, and that may be where the goblins are coming from. Or maybe it's the goblins that you're having the conflict with. Maybe there are literally people in your life acting like goblins. With goblins, I kind of think of Harry Potter and kind of self-serving and greedy, and not necessarily just greedy about money, but and not to insult the goblins. That's more about what I'm getting for the vibe, that that you're dealing with your goblins right now. You're dealing with the people who just don't have your best interests in heart. They're very self-serving, and that's kind of where you're at on your path, and it's creating some hostilities. So let's see how this is living out in your experience, Gemini, because this is interesting. So I'm imagining this new cycle is walking through and dealing with these goblins. I just heard haters. But you're getting into conflict with them, or they're creating some sort of drama for you. Let's see. Or you're allowing them. I actually should say you're allowing them to create some sort of drama with you. Okay, yeah. So you have finally, there was a place that you were in a stalemate, where there was a decision that you were just having a heck of a time making, and you have finally made that decision. You stepped out of kind of going back and forth or feeling like one wasn't better than the other, and you made that decision. The result of that, it looks like, is potentially the loss of community, which may be where this idea of the goblins and the hostilities come from, where it may be like, that there was like a wedding or some sort of celebration that you were no longer invited to. Or there's just some sort of breakdown within your community where you're just not feeling it anymore. But by the same token, you're creating this passionate new beginning for yourself. I don't know if it's happened yet or if it's going to. But in doing this, it has opened up the door for you to just pursue what makes you happy fearlessly. And that's what it is like the goblins are the kind of unconscious fears around it, or even the people. And, it was creating hostilities, and you just it really does look like, and it may be the decision that's created hostilities, and that's kind of still, working its way through and working its way out within your community. But it is really, opening this door so that you have the opportunity to do what it is that truly makes you happy. And I think in doing this, it's also, one of those things is like when we have toxic people in our life or people who don't support us, it's hard to draw in people who do. And so I do believe, what I'm seeing in this is that also in making this decision and in going ahead and dealing with the fact that, okay, fine, well, I'm not part of that community anymore. That's fine. Is opening the door for you to have opportunities that weren't going to be available to you otherwise. All right, so let's see what affirmation Spirit has for our Geminis for this new moon, for the manifestations they are working on bringing about. Opportunity, there we go. I mean, I literally just said it. And I mean, it actually says it on the card. I don't know if you guys can see. And I don't know if this will actually focus in, but it actually says that there are new opportunities. It says career opportunities, and it may be, but I think it may be creative opportunities, friendship or spiritual development opportunities. There are a lot. I don't necessarily need it to be one or the other. So it may come up at different ways for you guys, but opportunities. I'm always ready to take advantage of opportunities presented to me. And so I think that is, again, we just talked about this work that you did where you made this decision, even though you knew that it was going to make you face, your kind of goblins, is going to cause some hostilities and cause a rift within your community, but you did it anyway. And I think that's going to, make you ready for the opportunities that are coming because you're not going to have these people holding you back. All right. So what do the abundance angels have to say for our Geminis? Ooh, Gemini, y'all doing some work this new moon. All right, one more time for our Geminis. All right. Ooh, interesting. So donations, tithing, and charitable work. So that is what the angels want you to know about. So there may be, since opportunity was your mantra, so there may be an opportunity coming up, or seek out an opportunity to find some sort of way of giving back that inspires you, because that is actually going to feed into your abundance. So that's what the angels are saying, is that, find some way of giving back that really, that fulfills you. It's not about just like, giving back in a way that doesn't, but find an organization, maybe one that's in alignment with the type of project, the type of work that you're doing, where you're able to, showcase your work as well as helping other people at the same time. So definitely looking out for those opportunities and finding them. It may also be that you go do something where, like, I literally just saw, like, like you being somewhere on like some sort of park, some sort of like cleanup, something like that, or some sort of run. Like there are different ways, but there are going to be people for you to meet. Again, that's being open to opportunities and creating. I think that's going to be part of creating the new community for you and a new place where you feel like you really belong and you are really appreciated and there are no more goblins. So let's see here. So the shadow work, light work you're doing is the eternal child. And so you're working into the light attribute of that, determining to maintain that open mind, that beginner's mind, understanding that aging is an illusion, that we don't necessarily have to participate in, but keeping that eternal, and I want to say innocence, but I don't mean that in a naive way. I mean that in a way of being able to see things constantly with fresh eyes, to be able to see them without, that's what it is to be able to maintain a space where you have not allowed the experience of your life to taint its beauty. So, and that goes along, I think we just had 2 there that flew out. And so that goes along with both physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Okay, I'm looking down here. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss 2 cards that fell out for you. Okay, interesting. All right, get comfortable again, because I'm not going to stop, because this is a good reading. Y'all don't want me to stop this reading. You guys are working through it, so we're just going to keep going, and I'm just going to look silly on film, and who cares? So the last piece of personal growth, soul evolution work for our Gemini spirit. All right. So to work through this is 1, surrendering to your inner peace. That is one of the ways that you're going to get the most benefits. You're going to work into, so that the goblins can't bother you anymore. So that you no longer find yourself in a stalemate where you're always able to make those decisions that serve you. And so that you're ready for the opportunities. And what's going to help that, the other part is surrendering to your intuition. Because your intuition is obviously, if this card's coming up, it's opening up. There are things that you are either being told or going to be told that you definitely want to listen to. And that's going to help you cultivate your inner peace as well. And so definitely focusing on, in your meditative work, that sort of thing, definitely focusing on, creating that space of peace and opening yourself up to, your intuition and, working with your guides on how to hear and listen to that. And for those of you who know, then just listen. Like, stop fighting it. Because when surrender to your intuition comes up, you're fighting it. You're being told something, and you're either not open to it, and so you're not hearing it, or you're actively fighting it. So those of you who are open to your intuition, you're fighting it. And so surrender, it's there, and in that, it's going to create a sense of peace for you. So what outcomes can our Geminis look forward to if they do their work, Spirit? What outcomes? Okay, so we got 2 of your cards there, Gemini. There's a 1 and 2. Interesting. Ooh, I love it. All right. So one, the first outcome you're looking at is the Emperor. And so you are really moving into, creating your own order, your own organization. But you're also working on, and it just came to me, you're stepping into understanding yourself and treating yourself as your own authority, as opposed to having to go out to other people for validation. And I think that's a lot of what you kind of learned here, is that you're able to accept your own opinion and your own wisdom as your own authority. Then we have the Page of Swords. And this is a scenario where you're just no longer afraid of the goblins. It's like these guys are coming and you got your sword and you're like, listen, boo, I'm cutting out the BS. So if you come in with some BS, I got my sword. You see, it's already drawn, right? Like, I'm not playing. Like, get out here with that mess. So that is the other thing. Like, as you're coming into this and as you're understanding your intuition and really knowing that what you're sensing, what you're tuning into is true. Okay, that's really odd. You like never hear sirens on this part of Maui, but there's something going on. So we're going to send some blessings out to whatever's going on there, because that can't be but so positive on this side of the island. And so then we have the Page of Wands, and that is you having the strength to walk away and create your own new beginning. Like, you are, like, you can see in the background, there is someone that, you know, from the looks of it and from the feel of it, even in the card, like that you did find valuable, that you're like, listen, boo, I'm sorry. That's just, no, we're not going to work like this. And again, like this can always be related to relationship, but most of the time, this is going to be, more about kind of your work, your projects, the things that you're trying to manifest that really contribute to your abundance. So now in relationship, in family and things like that, it can come up. But yeah, I feel like these people who just weren't treating you, were being all goblin-esque and creating a space of hostility, or that you were, I want to change that again. That you were jointly creating, because we're all, we have our own part that we feed into everything. And so I never want to get into putting anything too far outside of ourselves. But you were reflecting that so that you could face those hostilities, and you could understand how to be you and move away from that and find your security and, like we said here, your authority in yourself. And I really do feel that kind of carries through, is that you find your authority. And so then when these people come to, test you again, you're like, oh, I got this. Like, not even having it. And then you have again, and then, you have the page of wands where you're like, peace out. I'm good. Nope. You're not on my team. I was on your team, but if I'm going to be on your team, you got to be on my team. Like, it can't be just one way. So anyway, final messages for our Geminis. Luck is on your side. So, and that is another new moon card. I think it's so interesting. So many new moon cards from the Moonology deck have come out in the new moon readings. So Geminis, I so hope that this was helpful and beneficial. Please leave me some comments, and I love you guys, and I will talk to you and see you in the next reading. Bye.